Now, ladies and gentlemen, how is everybody doing? I had a little spare of the moment just then. I thought, I've got nothing else going on tonight, so you know what? I'm gonna react to some music. I thought a bit of Rush, maybe some U2, because I reacted to U2 the other day and it seemed to do pretty well. People want to see me doing that stuff. And I think I'm going to do some Pink Floyd as well. To be honest, I think we might start with some Pink Floyd, but the question is, what do you guys want me to start with? So start leaving it in the chat, start commenting, and we'll jump on it. Because I've not promoted this, I'm not sure many people will jump on. As it is Saturday night though, so you never know. Got myself some of the good stuff. But I'm thinking Pink Floyd to start things off. Because I don't know if you guys caught it, but I just reacted to a Pink Floyd song. Well, it was a live premiere of Run Like Hell. And I'm not sure what the best concert is, whether it's Delicate Sound of Thunder or Pulse, but they're both very much competitors. Someone did say that that there's nothing really of Pink Floyd from back in the day, you know, where it's Roger Waters and David Gilmour in their prime. It would be cool to see something like that of them together. But how are we doing? Yes, guys. Yes, Mike. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. Bit of Pink Floyd. What do you guys reckon? Start with Pink Floyd. I do want to jump on some Rush, to be honest. Some Rush would be cool, because I like, even though it's not my cup of tea kind of music, it's still it's fun to watch. As a musician, it's fun to watch because they've got guitar pedals and different things, multitasking. And this is another thing, actually. Because me and my brother, we're like a duo in our band. Even though we've been through times where we've got a drummer and etc., it's never really set in stone. We tend to drift off and do our duo thing again. So I have these like a drum pedal. So when I'm playing the guitar, I'll hit the drum pedal with my foot just to give it a bit of percussion. But there's one thing that's missing, guys, and it's bass. And I know Rush have a lot of they have one of those foot pedals. You're saying Have a Cigar. So yours, Perth suggesting Have a Cigar by Pink Floyd. What do you guys reckon? There's a couple versions. There is a couple versions. Guys, this is delicious. I'm prepped. Check this out. I am prepped with this stuff. Tell you what, the Americans had it right with Punch. Easy to make. Joe, consider listening to something from the early Pink Floyd albums. For example, 3-4 is a nice track from the album, Obscured by Clouds. I do know this. My brother did a little Pink Floyd rabbit hole, and he said that the earlier stuff is very, very what's the word, experimental, let's say. Have my LB EMG strap ready for some Floyd. Hell yeah, let's jump. Have a Cigar sounds good. What version is it? Did you do a Pulse version? Let's see. Okay, this is Roger Waters. You know what, guys, I say we jump in with that. Let's jump in with that. Have a Cigar. Bit of Roger Waters action. Let's go. You guys tell me if the sound and everything's good as well. Keep me on, because the other day I had technical difficulties. Guys, you will never guess what happened today, this morning. I was reacting. Me cat came over. One of these, me headphones on, which I bought brand new. They were like, I don't even know, I can't remember now, like £180 for mixing. I was just like listening, blah, blah. Next thing you know, I can't hear anything out the right ear. It's just only music coming out the left. I look down. Me cat's completely chewed through the wire. Boom, 180 quid down. Or something like that. I think it was 130 quid. In fact it was, because I've just had to buy some brand new headphones for 130 quid. It's a cat, it's not his fault, is it? But let's go! Instantly, that bass. I'll keep an ear on the lyrics, Mike, don't you worry. You know, one thing I'll say straight off the bat, Roger Waters, I think because he's primarily a bass player, isn't he? I think is that something to do with the fact Pink Floyd songs, their bass is always nice. Like, to me, that's what stands out the most in my headphones when I'm listening, it's the bass. It sounds like it's just constantly working, driving. It's the driving force. I'm going to try and listen to the lyrics. It won't let me have the subtitles up, but yeah, let me get in the zone. See that electric guitar right there? I can tell that's not David Gilmour. And I think it's something, I watched a little interview the other day of him, and he was talking about the difference between Stratocasters and Gibson Les Pauls. And I say this on a video that's coming out. He described it perfectly. He said, the interviewer goes, why do you favour the Stratocaster over the Les Paul? And he says, because when you hear someone playing a Stratocaster, obviously someone who's already up and made it, you know exactly who it is. You know it's Jimi Hendrix playing the Strat. You know it's David Gilmour playing the Strat as well. Whereas with a Les Paul, you kind of go, who is that? And that's why, to me, I've always favoured the Stratocasters, but I could never explain why. But I think it's because once you play it, you gain a proper character with it, and it develops its own personality. But I could tell instantly that that's not the tone David Gilmour would use on his guitar. But I will say this does sound sick.
Well, heard about the sellout. You gotta get now, no matter you owe it to the people. We're so happy we can hold the town. Everybody has to Judge Green. Have you seen the chart? It's a hell of a start. It could be made into a month if we all pull together
That instrumental by the band is insane. Sound mean, man. It does sound seriously tight, the instrumental, that doom, 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 doom. Every time they stop, very well rehearsed. I'll tell you this, though. The solo was still really good. Even though it wasn't David Gilmour, it still was really good. And he actually was like, he played similar to Gilmour. Like, he kind of stayed amongst a tonic scale as well. Something like that. Like, the fact that guitar player was just staying amongst that scale. Didn't venture anywhere down it. But I kind of like that because it kind of, you know, you don't always have to go up on those highs on the solos. In fact, my brother said something like that once. He was like, what would happen was I'd send him a song of mine and he would, I'd do a solo on it, and then he would go, I like it, but, you know, go start at the here and then finish with a huge crescendo. And at one point I kind of got suckered into that attitude, but then I thought, no, you don't always have to. Every song hasn't got to end on a huge crescendo. It's nice some songs where they just, you know, they have attitude, like that one. That was a great song, very well put together, but it didn't have some ultimate comfortably numb ending. But they don't always have to either. I don't always look for that. Sometimes I want a song where it's just, you know, every song's got to be different in its own way. But you do get bands who look for that crescendo every time. And I'm not slating this band, but AC/DC, they kind of have that vibe of when I've seen them once live and it was with Axl Rose. It was sick. But every time the song ended, they would end on some huge dramatic drum fill. Angus Young would be running up towards the drum doing this and ending, and I just thought, you haven't got to do it on every single song, Angus. Maybe at the end and halfway through, but it was like every song was the last song. And it's like, how about we just transition smoothly into the next song and whatnot? Which is why I kind of want to react to the Pulse concert as one, because I want to see how they transition into the next song, because as you've seen there, it was just a dead stop. Let me play the ending of it one last time. Look how they end it. That's sick, yeah. That's just telling people it's done, cool, take a breather, on to the next song. Instead of some huge... You get what I'm saying, guys. I don't think there's a need for it all the time. I like that song. Very good. What album's that from? Because I do think tonight maybe we should cover one more song by them and maybe hit something off the Dark Side of the Moon. Let's see what you guys are saying anyway. David Gilmour echoes live at NASC. Is that how you pronounce that? Is it Gnask or NASC? I don't know if the G's silent or... Tissue Boy, when's the next food coming out? For those who don't know, we have this channel where me and my brothers eat food and just talk. But we haven't done it for quite a while. I think one's coming out pretty soon, actually. Check out the echoes, right? I can't do Pompeii, guys, because that's already been recorded and it'll be out in a couple of days. Let's just say this. It was hot stuff. It was hot stuff. Put it that way. The bass. I have to tip me hat to Roger Waters because his bass was sounding dirty on that Echoes in Pompeii. Here are my suggestions. If you want to hear the lighter side of Rush, the absolute go-to choice is The Garden. Now we're talking. From the Clockwork Angels tour. Wish You Were Here. Mike, Wish You Were Here's coming. I've already done it, guys. So for those who don't know, because I take suggestions and requests, obviously once I've done it, I can't then redo it because someone's already requested it. So I've got to be respectful of that. But they're coming out. Wish You Were Here's coming. Pompeii is coming, guys. Great Gig in the Sky. I haven't done that one yet. I think you would love Shine On You Crazy Diamond. It's on its way, guys. It's on its way. So I have a back catalogue. These are coming. If you're in the mood for some medieval vibes, come down with light prog. Your choice should be The Trees from the R... Is this Pink Floyd? The Trees. Medieval vibes. Light prog. Your choice should be The Trees from the R30 tour. Or is that U2? Dogs. I've just done Dogs yesterday. It was sick. That's one thing I like about Pink Floyd. How I was saying it on the interview, on one of me reactions, sorry. All their songs begin with something. I did the other day, guys, as well. Pigs. That's coming. So all these are coming. They've all been recorded, but they're on the way. And I tell you, I like how every song, like Dog started with some German Shepherd barking. Which is the one where there's one that starts with helicopter, and then Pigs started with like pig snorts or whatnot, and there was a big pig. That's cool. You don't go to a gig nowadays and see stuff like that, do you? And if you do, let me know in the comments who's doing it, because every gig I go to, it's just, I know what's going to happen. They're going to come on. Yeah, it might be good, but where's the sound effects? Like, make me feel like I'm somewhere else. Don't make me feel like I'm in the O2 Arena. Make me feel like I'm somewhere else. And that's what I bet Pink Floyd do. Like, that Pulse concert, helicopters going off. Oh, there's another video I've seen, but I can't tell you guys. It's coming out soon, but forget it. I'll tell you, so you look forward to it. I reacted the other day to In the Flesh by Pink Floyd. There's a bunch of stuff coming, guys. I reacted to In the Flesh, and Roger Waters, I've got to say, he looked cool, and the airplanes were coming through, flying and all that. It was mental. Oh, Stuart has donated £9.99. What a legend. Can you do Mean Street by Van Halen live in Australia, please? It's not your type of music, but Eddie's technique is insane. Yes, Stuart, of course I can, mate. What a legend. Thank you very much. Looks like we're doing Van Halen, guys, but stick around because we're going to be touching on a bit more Pink Floyd as well, and we are going to do some Rush. We're defo going to, tonight, I'm defo going to do some more Pink Floyd, some Rush, and I think I might tinker with at least one U2 song because I can't lie, they are sick. But, alright, let's jump into some Van Halen because at the end of the day, the solo he did on that Michael Jackson song, Bad, I think that's the one he did. It is sick. Mean Street by Van Halen. Live in Australia. This is one thing that I like. It's how you guys appreciate the fact that even when I say it's not my kind of music, you take that on board because... Like I say, I just like to see it anyway, to see the technique they're doing. I know Eddie Van Halen basically created that technique, and it's insane, so I still enjoy watching it. And that's the way I feel about Rush. Like, although it's not my type of music I listen to, I still like watching it. I'd only do it anyway, guys, because I love music that much. Kyle's in the chat. Let's go, Kyle. Right, let's see which version is this. Van Halen. Is this the 1998 version, Stuart? Just confirm with me before I watch it. And then I think that sounds like a good shout as well, that Rush version. By the lighter side of Rush. Let me write that down, actually. Where is that? Where? If you're in for the mood for some medieval vibes, come down with light prog. Your choice should be the Trees. I'm going to write that down. Just in case we do some Rush. The Trees. But for now, not a Van Halen fan. That's the one. Right, let's do it. This is it though, guys. I'm not a Van Halen fan, but let's see. Let's see why Van Halen was so big. That's the attitude I always come at it with, and the mind frame. I go, all right, at the end of the day, it might not be my kind of music, but why was Van Halen this big? Because there's got to be a reason for it. And that's what I think about Rush as well. Like, there's a reason they're huge. Let's go. Cheers. See, I know he's just jamming here, so this is, every guitarist has this. This is where they just riff out and they just love, they don't care about what anyone else is doing. They only care about themselves at this point. And I have to respect it because I do the exact same thing. Sometimes I go a bit too far with it, you know, when you find yourself on stage and it's just like, all right, Joe, you've been soloing a bit too long. The song's finished. Let it go. But you can't help it, guys. You can't. It's having fun. This is heavier than I thought. I didn't think Eddie Van Halen was this heavy. This is almost like kind of slight heavy metal. This is heavy metal where I come from. I don't know about you guys. This sounds heavy metal, but all the pinch squeal harmonics. I did not think he did this kind of music for some reason. But also, I have to admire these harmonies that are going on as well because they sound pretty sick. see what he's made of. See, this is it. This is where I have to be brutally honest, and I know Stuart will. He's already said he knows it's not my type. It's, to me, when them kind of solos happen, I just don't feel no passion in it. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but it is sick though. That's the thing. Like, I can't do it. It's way beyond my skill set. I suck compared to that guy. But it's like how much can you listen to of this before it's like there's not enough. There's no passion. There's no, I don't hear no melody. You know what I mean? There's no melody. I can't sing along to it because the vocalist, his vocals don't seem to me very melodic. You know what I mean? There's no hook. I always find it hard to describe, but there's no hook anywhere. That's the only way I can. I think that's kind of quite. That is kind of what heavy metal is. There's never usually a melodic hook. Do you know who this reminds me of, actually? This reminds me of Rage Against the Machine. I don't know if any of you guys have checked them out, but Rage Against the Machine, I wouldn't be surprised if they was very inspired by Van Halen. Like I say, very technical and good and cool what he's doing. But I need to hear something that's going to make me go, wow. Who knows? Let's see. It might just happen. That's kind of sick. Can't lie. Here we go.
You see, I done it real easy.
I'm going to go back a second. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of thing I want to hear. And this is why I appreciate going back at the moment, what I've been doing, going to the 70s and 80s. One thing that's missing in today's music is structure. Listen to this now. It was all sounding a bit, for the lack of a better word, racket. That's all I can say. But it sounded like the song wasn't going anywhere. Now it's dropped into this section of just the bass. The guitar's slightly dropped out. Eddie Van Halen's going to do something that I feel is going to impress me.
You see, I done it real easy. This is desperate part of town. Where you from? I thought it's a hunting. Gonna hunt somebody down. Somebody say. Somebody say.
That's what drummer broke, isn't it? was actually, the way he ended that was actually pretty sick. I think he just rolled the volume knob very quickly. Right, let's conclude that, guys. But first of all, let me pour myself a drink. I'm telling you, this, Elizabeth said in the chat, what is this? It's some blue raspberry vodka with some lemonade. It's actually delicious. Stuart, thank you very much for your donation. Let me quickly break that down, what my thoughts are. Like you say, it's not my kind of music, but not only that, what I take away from that is the main thing, isn't it? That's what I always say to you guys. What can I take away from this in these aspects? Because I'm just trying to evolve my songwriting as much as I can and take things away. And this is going to, again, I got to be honest, there's not much I could take away from that because there was no hook. The structure wasn't there wasn't any structure there. The vocal melodies weren't great. I've got to be brutally honest. That's the whole point of you guys keep coming back, I hope. Because there is a lot of reactors out there who just tell you what you want to hear. And I'm just here to be brutal. But not brutal because I want to be brutal. Brutal because, like I say, I'm just trying to find what I like. Van Halen, right about now, I feel he does heavy metal, but I'm still yet to hear a song where I go, that's a great song. Hasn't he got one that, what's that very famous one he did? With a proper riff. That's why I was kind of shocked when I saw heavy metal then. That's kind of heavy metal to me. Maybe, I think I know why Van Halen got so big. It's because, like I say, he did that, he invented that, which is cool. But he was kind of, he's a original, isn't he? He kind of, I think he's slightly kind of invented that heavy metal sound. And I think that's why. But people who are into heavy metal, I can see why they enjoy him. I can. Because I think it is, people love Rage Against the Machine, and I think that's similar to that as well. But look, let's go back into some, let's touch on some Rush, guys. Let's touch on some Rush. Rush, The Trees. The question is, which version? Live from Montreal Forum 1981. What are we saying, guys? Do you know what's a good riff? Let me know in the comments. Guys, if you know the riff I'm going to say right now, it's Stranglehold by Ted Nugent. Who knows that riff? I feel like Eddie Van Halen could have done a good version of that with his band. They could have made that kind of cool. But I tell you right now, it's a cracking riff. Right, there's a few Rush versions. There's one. I'm just going to do the 1981 because I want these guys in their prime. But, quick one. Before we get into this, I need you to confirm this is a good version. 1981, The Trees. You're saying medieval. That's got me. I don't know how it goes. Kyle, you might know how that bit goes. You guys must know that riff. It's pretty cool. Right. The Trees, guys. We're doing The Trees. Someone said this is medieval. You know I like medieval music. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Joe, take R30 tour. Okay, so this is the wrong version. Let's go back. R30 tour. I don't know if any of you guys seen it yet, but the U2 song I did the other day from the 360 tour that they did like 10 years ago when I reacted to and U2 might be a bit pop for a lot of you guys because I know you're into rock like me, but listen, U2, let's not deny U2 are a great band out here. Right. Yeah, Jennifer, I did your request, Stranglehold. It's absolute banger. Oh, I chose the wrong video. Yeah, damn. Guys, if you ever request a song, you have to be very specific with your song because links don't work for some reason. I don't know why they've done that. Let's do this. I'm into some Rush. I'm in the mood for some Rush. Dankeschön. Oh, yes.
Unrest in the forest, trouble with the trees, for the maples want more sunlight, the oaks ignore their pleas.
Nah, hold up a sec, guys. I've got two things to quickly say, and I'm going to let this play because it's not too long. Then again, I can't promise that. But, number one, Kyle's in the chat, and he knows about guitars. Do you know any good makes for those Spanishy flamenco guys type of guitars? Because I actually really genuinely am looking at buying one. But, you know when you see those Spanish guitars, none of them have real makes. So, I don't know what's snide and what's good. So I actually need your guys' help on that. And secondly, let me just quickly pause on his drum kit. Damn! Look at the size of that drum kit, guys. One, I think that's a Tom. I think, look, so he's got some electric ones plugged in as well for a more electric sound. And then you guys did say he plays like bells and stuff as well. He's surrounded by drum kits. What a gangster. That's mad. Washing machines on stage. Sick. They're electric drums. that is mental. That was sick. They're like a progressive rock version of Pink Floyd when it comes to the structures and the sound effects and the layouts of their songs. What they do is, and it just, they basically, I don't even know how they do it. But you know, like most bands, when they're playing, they sometimes get a breather because if there's 5 years, there's 2 guitar players, a bass player, a drummer, and a singer. You get a breather because, let's say the rhythm guitar wants to drop out in the verse and we do some nice slidey lead guitar sections, then the rhythm guitar player has a chance to just chill for a second. But with them, because there's only 3 of them, and how full their songs sound, when the lead singer wants to quit playing bass, he has to move on to the keyboard or whatnot. And I'm pretty sure the lead guitar player has also a bass pedal. So sometimes when the guitar player doesn't want to play bass, who's the bass player? What's his name? The one who looks like the guy out the Warriors, the Warriors, that guy, him. When he wants to stop playing the bass, the guitar player, he's got a bass foot pedal on the floor. So he will sometimes do that, I think. There's so much going on. It's hard to believe that they're even having fun up there because there's so much going on. Because they've got so much to focus on that it's just like their concentration span has to be perfect for like however long they're on stage. Yeah, all right. Geddy Lee, he's playing the bass. And then he's going onto the piano. And although when he's playing the piano, I know there's a bass pedal underneath him. But guys, I think they've both got a bass pedal. Can you guys confirm that? Because when Geddy Lee stops playing, sometimes he does more, it's things that are harder to do. And I think that's when he takes over with the bass. If that's the case, these guys are on mad things. Neil Peart on the drums. I can't take anything away from them. Like I say, although it's not the kind of music I tend to listen to, that's nothing but talent. Nothing but talent, that. Let's see what you guys are saying anyway. Pink Floyd. Have you guys seen the film I Love You Man? That's how I know about Rush. It's a good film. Here we go. I'm asking about the Spanish guitars, and you guys have commented. So Kyle said, I don't know about in the UK, Joe, but major brands like Taylor and Martin have Spanish-style models. What? Oh, what? You guys in America have got it right. Most good acoustics, I'll make decent ones. Yamaha make good ones. I have seen some Yamaha ones, actually, that I fancy playing. I need to try them out. Yeah, I think Yamaha might be the best route. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I'm talking 400, 500 range. Ultimately, it's a Spanish guitar, isn't it? Right, what we saying, guys? I'm thinking a bit more of Pink Floyd. Bit more Pink Floyd, I'm thinking. Let me have a look. Pink Floyd Pulse concert. Let me see what looks good. We get you guys involved, actually. Hold up, check this out. A lot of you guys weren't here to see this. Douglas is on a mad one today. You know what? You know what he did, guys? A few of you may have heard. I had me headphones on. Me expensive ones. They cost 130 quid. I just looked down. Well, I didn't even look down. I was just reacting today, this morning. And I was like, yeah, yeah. Next thing you know, I can only, he's looking at me. I could only hear out of one ear, and I was like, what the hell? Look down. Douglas chewed through the wire. Like, and I was like, what am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? He's adorable. So I was like, I'll admit it. I called him a peasant. I took it back. I apologized to him, but I called him a peasant. And I now have had to order some new headphones for 130 quid. Crazy. Because they're not just normal ones. That I have to mix my own music, you see. I have to produce it, so they need to be good to hear. And he's just walking about the gaff asking for snacks and food after doing such crimes. Ah, I let it go though. I let it go. Right, let's see. Learning to Fly is actually coming out tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Guys, stay tuned for that. Pink Floyd Learning to Fly is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Right, let's see. Let's see. I'll tell you what though, I was mid-reaction, guys. I still can't get over that. Mid-reaction. And I couldn't stop the reaction. It was a request. You guys will see it, in fact. It's going to be out. It was a Dire Straits. I can't even remember what song it is. But it will be on there. Right, let's have a look. One Slip at the Delicate Sound of Thunder, guys. What we're saying on that tune. I'll be honest, I kind of want to see Roger Waters and David Gilmour together. Is there anything I can check out of them two together? Just to see how they work. That's what I would like to see right now. It's crazy how another Dark Side of the Moon, there's no live. In fact, or is there? Because I'm relying on YouTube bit. Dark Side of the Moon live 74. What? Here we go. Guys, Pink Floyd live at Wembley in 1974. We talking smack. That's what I'm talking about. Right. It's up to you guys. We could do a song from, and everyone's going to have to comment here so I know. We do a song from Dark Side of the Moon, yeah? Live in 1974. Or We do a song from Pulse. You guys let me know. The Wall Tour. Dark Side of the Moon. I like. Is that the name? Is there a song called Dark Side of the Moon, or is it just the name of the album? Because I swear there's a song called it. 1972 tour. 1970. Yeah. There's a Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon live 1972/73. Like, do we not want... I need to see these guys in the prime, do I not, guys? You know what I mean? Heck. I'm bringing you guys in on this. I'm bringing you guys in. Let's have a look at this together, guys. Look. There's usually a comment underneath it that usually says... Great Gig in the Sky is off. Dark Side of the Moon is from the song... Dark Side of the Moon is from the song Brain Damage. It's from the song... Hold up. Here we go. Here we go, guys. I need to see these guys in the prime. So if we have to do 2, we can do 2. It's Saturday night. You know what I mean? It's only 20 to 9. EastEnders has just gone off. I haven't done Speak to Me. I kind of would like to see them walking on stage. Nah, you know what, guys? Heck, I'm sorry. My inner abyss is telling me I need to see these boys walk on stage. Don't use Worry. We'll do a couple. I need to see this. Douglas needs to see this, guys. I want to see what their character and mannerisms were like back then. Sounds like no one's there. It's a pleasure, Jen. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I have heard I should do Dark Side of the Moon front to back. Hold up a sec. Hold up. Am I doing something ultra wrong here by reacting to one song? Like, even though you guys want to see it, look out for me. You know what I mean? Because I will make a video where I do the whole thing. Where I'll do like a live Dark Side of the Moon, react to the full thing with you guys. So, do you reckon I should leave this and move on to like a song from something else? Because I don't want to make the mistakes. You need to do Dark Side of the Moon in one hit from front to back. Dark Side and The Wall are 2 albums you should really listen to in their entirety. Damn. You guys, The Wall album is sick. I'm torn. I kind of just want... Okay, let me just see them walk on stage. I get a buzz out of that. back then they were doing this whole drama thing, standing out from the crowd. That's old school footage right there. Mate, that is old school. What year is this? 1972. Was Sid Barrett in the band at this time, guys? Or was he, had he gone by this point? Look, this is more so, I just need to see that. You know what I mean? I have needs. I need to see that. We won't react to that. You guys, it looks like you guys wanting Mother. So I think we're going to do Mother. Should we do Mother properly? Right, let's do Mother then. But which genuine version? Mother 1980 live. Echoes live. Echoes is coming. Do not worry, that is coming. Right, let's just get into Mother then. I just wanted to see them come on stage, just to see what how they were doing it back then. Mother, Pink Floyd. Did he? If it's 1980, that means then he's still in the band, Roger Waters, at that point. So I think this might be pretty cool, actually. I kind of want the footage to be slightly good. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing worse than looking at some grainy footage. What are you guys saying anyway? Try it live in Canada in 1975. There's not much pro footage. Ah, yeah. Roger Waters and Sinead O'Connor. I'm not going to do it, but Sinead O'Connor's got a cracking voice. I don't know which one to do, guys. I don't know which one to do. Because I kind of want good footage. Screw this. Sometimes you just got to take the reins. Sometimes you got to take the reins. Remastered audio. Okay, we're doing this. This is what we're doing, guys. Look. We're doing Pink Floyd Mother Live 1980 remastered version. I'm quickly going to... I need to quickly put some food in my cat's litter tray. Not in his litter tray, in his bowl. Because he's trying to drink my vodka and lemonade. I'll be 2 seconds, guys. Then I'm reacting to Mother, so do not go anywhere. Douglas, take your time. Sweet. Let's go. Mother It Is by Pink Floyd. Oh. Not cool. Sweet, we're back. Right, before we get into this, if you like Spanish guitar, then I highly suggest Maria Page's Fire Dance from... Oh no, Jennifer, I was talking about, I wanted a Spanish guitar. Yo, Jennifer's saying, react to Maria Page's Fire Dance from Riverdance. Alright, cool. Alright, Jennifer, legend, thank you very much for your suggestion. What we'll do is we'll do Mother, and then we'll get straight into your suggestion. That's what I've been doing. I've been playing Spanish guitar so much recently. That's why Jennifer, on the, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, I reacted to the Canadian band Triumph. And it was some Spanish, it was like... But the thing I like about Spanish guitars is I can play that the strings are just that slightly further apart. Like, see these like that? They're kind of like this on Spanish guitars. Like, a bit more, see the gap there? There's a bit more gap so you can do more stuff. Cool stuff. But let's get into this, guys. Let's do some Mother. Jennifer, thank you very much for that. That's very kind of you. This sounds familiar, this. Yeah, this sounds like something.
Mother, do you think they'll drop the ball? Mother, do you think they'll like this song?
I know this. Great voice.
Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? Should I build a wall?
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I know this.
Mother, should I run for president? Mother, should I trust the government? Mama, will they put me in firing line?
What a voice. Wow. Go on, Roger, mate.
Is it just a waste of time?
Is that David Gilmour? There's... Nah, wait, this is a track. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is the best sounding song I've heard up to now. And it's just... In fact, on the Turning Way, if you've been watching, you guys know by now, I'm a sucker for ballads. This is beautiful chord progression. It's very simple but very effective, very melodic. The catchy melody, like "Mama, did you hang her head?" Very catchy. I already know it in my head. I've heard this song and I think I know where, guys. Stay tuned because I think I know where I've heard this, and you guys may have never seen it before. But Roger Waters, let's go. Them harmonies in the back on a...
Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna make all of your nightmares come true. Mama's gonna put all of her fears into you. Mama's gonna keep you right here under her wing. She won't let you fly, but she might let you sing. Mama's gonna keep baby cozy and warm.
What a voice! Oh my.
Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby. 'Cause mama's gonna help it.
What a track. Hell yes.
Mama, do you think she's good enough
Oh. Don't do this.
for me? Mama, do you think she's dangerous
That's nice. Slightly quick.
to me?
Mama, will she tear your little boy apart?
That's sick how they're doing that. They're changing the each verse is slightly changing the timing. So he's going like, "How did you have to you know. But then on the next, so he's going to it like slightly quick on the chord, like. But then on the other one, he's like. Like he's going a bit quick, and then he's hitting it. So he's hitting it like the timing's different, basically. Slightly in, and then on time, which is a nice change of pace, just refreshing. This is great. This song.
Mother, will she break my heart?
Yeah.
Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna check out all your girlfriends for you. Mama won't let anyone dirty get through. Mama's gonna wait up until you come in. And Mama will always find out where you've been. Mama's gonna keep baby healthy and clean.
That's so sick. Great lyric. Absolute great lyric. Nah. Wow, what a lyric.
Mother didn't need to be so high.
Oi. Nah. Oi. Roger, mate. People might not like Roger, but he is a talented geezer right there. Wow. My neck. It's worth the neck injury, guys. Oh my goodness. What a banger. Did you hear that lyric? He said, I need to, hold on. 2 seconds. I'm just going back, I'm going back 30 seconds. What a voice. David Gilmour as well. Soothing.
You'll always be baby to me.
Hold on again. Guys, David Gilmour was doing some of the singing then. Wow, my Barnet. That lyric, that's one of the best lyrics I've heard. I think, even though it's so simple, it's so actually deep, that lyric. Ooh, baby, you'll always be a baby to me. Like, I think of that as like, the song's called Mother. The mother is looking at her baby, and no matter how old you get, you're always a baby in your mum's eyes. That's just a fact. Like, I'm the youngest from four children, and my mum's always like, "You're the baby." She always treats me like I'm the baby, but you got, mothers do that. You know what I mean? They always want to cling on in that way, which is obviously, it's, why wouldn't you? I haven't got children, but I can only imagine when you start growing up, it's even though it's good, it's horrible, because like, oh my god, I remember when you was this big. But it's such a good lyric, that you'll always be a baby to me. That was, boy, that song is blinding. And I know where I've heard it, guys. I've heard the hook. I hadn't heard the song. I heard the so I heard this. I'll tell you exactly where I've heard it. I'll replicate where I've heard it. Baby, Mama should help you. I don't know how he does it. Wow. I'll have to go up an octave. But this is where it comes in. That's where I've heard it. Now, if you know me, and you've been watching for a while, when I first got into the guitar, I first started playing guitar at 14. So I was just coming towards the end of high school. And what happened was, I was tinkering with it, but basically I was 15, because I was at the end of being 14. Then I became 15. And then at school, I chose art. I was into art. I was drawing art, and then I started slightly getting into Guns N' Roses, and I was drawing Slash in art class because he's very iconic. And then I listened to the 1992 Tokyo Guns N' Roses live tour, and my head was blown. I was like, this is... Hey, I had entered a new realm of rock and roll to me. And one thing that Guns N' Roses did is they used to play snippets of their of famous songs before going into their songs. So they did like a Wild Horses introduction. You'll have to check it out. They do loads. They do Only Women Bleed by Alice Cooper, and they do that. I hadn't ever checked it out, but Slash plays. Slash is just stood there, by the way, looking straight up gangster, just like. And then Axl Rose just, when Slash hits that, Axl Rose goes, ooh, baby, I'ma do that, baby. But they only play the sentence twice, and then they go into that. Which, by the way, let's have it right, what a riff. Nah, mate. Up to now, On the Turning Away and Mother, they're my two favourite tracks by Pink Floyd up to now. And obviously, don't get it twisted. Comfortably Numb is insane. It's the best solo. But there's something about... On the Turning Away, the beginning of it had a very... Even coming... Is it Coming Back to Life? I think I may have got the title of the song wrong, but On the Turning Away, David Gilmour, his soft voice, and that medieval progression that they're doing. They're having these medieval almost... I picture it's 1100 and you're around a campfire. You're a peasant. You've got nothing but a loaf of bread. And everyone's singing. That's the vibe it was giving me for some reason. Like, the roots of it. Scottish Highlands. It was just... But then that just got me hyped. Right. Let's see what you guys are saying. Because Jennifer has suggested. So we need to go and check that out, guys. Maria Page's Fire Dance. What? Mate, that's going on my playlist. Mother. What a track. Maria Page's Riverdance. Yeah, I've just been getting into at my work I have a flamenco type of guitar. And the crazy part is, because I'm at work the majority of the time, that's the guitar I've been playing the most. And when I come home and I've been playing the normal copper strings, I've been like, you know what? I prefer actually playing the nylon strings. I think it's because they're softer and that, but it's got me into wanting a Spanish type of guitar. These bands like Pink Floyd, Rush, U2, Dire Straits are timeless. I agree. Nice to see a new generation found these pearls. Honestly, finding Dire Straits was a life-changing event for me. Good morning, all tuning from Townsville, Australia. Come on, Australia in the house. This song is about an overprotective mother. It ties into the storyline of The Wall. So The Wall, I'm guessing, is a film, and the song was written for the film. Maybe. But that lyric, that is a lyric right there. Really is. The song is about an overprotective woman. Yeah. It makes sense. Oh, because of the mother's trauma. So maybe something's happened to the mother and one of her other children, perhaps. And now she maybe only has one child left. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it. And she's overprotective. But it's bound to happen anyway, isn't it? Parents are like that. I've never realised how much Mother reminds me of Lucky Man by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. There's a GNR song where that went into Mother. Yeah, it's It's Paradise City. You play that, then they do Paradise City. So sick. This is cool. Right, let's check this out, guys. This is going to be a bit of a different vibe right here, but I like me some Spanish guitar. Look, let's look at this. For those of you who might not be into this type of music, because I don't know if I'm into it either. What I do is I come at it from a very, just an open mind frame. Let's see what I can potentially take away from this today. You know what I mean? The way I see it, always being willing to learn new things can only come of good things. You're only going to learn new things yourself. So let's see. The film's a mood killer. I love the sound of a Spanish guitar. Nice. Sick. Uh-oh. What? It's a tap dancing. Sure this is a I'm guessing Maria Pages is a dancer. Yeah, fire dance. Look, I've just noticed they've put 2 microphones down on the floor so you can hear her feet hitting when she dances, which is pretty sick actually. Well, there's one microphone. I think there's another one. it's actually sick. This is like Irish and Spanish. It was sick. It actually was sick. I tell you what, that is where you will find the best guitar players who are doing that thing. Like, if someone told me, Joe, you can have the skill of any guitar player, I would choose the skills of flamenco, Spanish, because then you can just convert that into anything anyway. If you wanted to play some rock music, you can, because you've already got the skills. They have unreal skill. You could go down the jazz route, but they do more weird chords as opposed to like solo stuff. Well, yeah. I was laughing because Kyle said, "Now tell me that ain't a foot tapper for your dad." My dad always says to me, make a foot tapper. He has no business listening to any ballads, anything like that. He'll only listen to a song if it's a foot tapper. Narrow-minded, but I bet if I wrote something like that, it'd be absolutely buzzing. That's funny. No, that was actually sick. I would like to see it was a shame there wasn't a camera on the guitar player. I did react to one song by Paco de Lucia. He was in a circle with two other guitar players. It was cool. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. But, guys, right, look. What are we saying? Let's react to one more track, because I don't want to bore you guys. I don't know what you guys have got going on. I always feel like I'm outstaying my welcome. So, should we react to one more tune? Who should it be? Whatever's the most populated messages in the chat is what I'll do. I'm thinking either U2, another Rush song, or another Pink Floyd. I'm going to let you guys decide. All in the meantime, Mama, did you think I'd break my balls? What a track. Mate, that's going on my playlist, that Mother. What did he say? Oh, what was that lyric? What did I say? What was that rock and roll lyric? You'll always be a baby to me. Right, what's coming up? Hey You by Pink Floyd is like Mother. Oh, God. Not another one like that, because on a level, I'll end up falling in love with those guys. Rush, please. Neil drum solo, Rush. Can't go wrong with U2. Rush. It's looking like it's Rush. Rush. Hold up. Ooh, okay. It's looking like it's another Rush track, guys. Tom Sae. Right, it's gonna have to be Rush. Like I say, we only go off the majority in this chat, guys. Tom Sawyer. Right, now you want Rush. Jennifer's saying Tom Sawyer. Are you guys disagreeing? Are you guys agreeing? Look, this video is 100% going to be blocked tomorrow. So, I kind of don't want to do the biggest songs because then it puts me being able to put it on YouTube. But at the same time, it's only us guys. There's 15 of us. You know what I mean? Jennifer, you're being too kind. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, but I feel bad. Thank you so much. Whatever Debbie said. What's Debbie said? Rush, The Garden, Clockwork, Angels Tour. It's gonna have to be. Yeah. Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is exactly what I think of. Rush. Right, we're going to have to do that because Jennifer's been truly kind on today's... well, she's always kind anyway, but she's been very, very generous. Thank you very much, Jennifer. She has said whatever Debbie said. And I'm looking at Debbie's chat. And Debbie's saying... Rush, The Garden, Clockwork. You heard it here first, guys. We're doing Rush. The Garden... Clockwork. Rush, The Garden. Alright, which one? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. The top one. By the way, ever since I've been reacting to Rush, loads of Rush things have been coming through on my phone. And it's saying that they're going on tour next year. Have you guys been checking that out? 2027 Rush. And I said it to Jennifer and Kyle yesterday. If you know them, Triumph, they match so well. Those guys should 100% be going on tour. But I think somebody said that the drummer of one of the people from Triumph fell ill, so it's kind of won't be able to do it. But yeah, which version? Clockwork, Angels Tour. Actually, let me think. Let me see, because she said Rush, The Garden from the Clockwork, Angels Tour. Okay, it's this one then. This is the one. I'm ready for this. I am ready for this. I just want to get a confirmation off Debbie that this is definitely the right one. Debbie, give me the thumbs up. This is definitely the correct one, and I'll do it. What do you guys think of Guns N' Roses, by the way? Is it a bit not your guys' cup of tea? Because they've always got a place in my heart. And I wouldn't mind reacting to some stuff. Rick, yeah, the guitar player. Yeah, that's right, Kyle. Yes, and they have a new young blonde female drummer. Rush do? No way. Yes, this is the right one. Right, guys. This has been good. I don't know about you guys, but this has been pure fun for me. I'm like I say, I want to do them every Thursday, these lives, but the more I think about it, something about Saturday night has got me vibed. Right, let's do this anyway. I want to see Warriors get into this. You got an orchestra on this.
In this one of many possible.
Before we get into this, Does anyone know why they've always got something crazy on stage? They had a washing machine on the last one, and on this one, they've got a popcorn machine. I'm all for it, by the way. And one other thing, Stuart said he saw Guns N' Roses at Wembley Stadium in the Use Your Illusion tour. I'm truly jealous.
Worlds, all for the best, or some bizarre test. It is what it is, and whatever. Time is still the infinite jest. The arrow flies when you dream. The hours tick away, the cells take away. The watchmaker keeps to his schemes. The hours tick away, they tick away, yeah. The measure of a life is a measure of love and respect. So hard to run, so easily burned. The measure of a life is a measure of love and respect. So hard to run, so easily burned. In the fullness of time, our garden to nurture and protect.
Yo. Okay.
In the rise and set of the sun, till the stars go spinning, spinning round the night.
Hold on.
Oh,
Guys, I'm tripping here. By the way, this song sounds really nice. Very nice. It's because Geddy doesn't use amps, so he uses it to fill the space. No way. Oh, so yeah, because he probably uses electric inputs, doesn't he? Yeah, quick one. It sounds like, and I can hear an acoustic guitar playing, but he's strumming an electric. Surely there's not a guitar pedal out there that makes your electric guitar sound like an acoustic. Because that's crazy if they'd made one of them. I'm thinking, is he playing the electric very cleanly and there's an acoustic somewhere else? Which I wouldn't be surprised because you've got an orchestra going on. You guys let me know, it's tripping me out.
it is what it is, and forever. Each moment, memory in life.
Oh yeah, Wappy Bar, Les Paul.
While you breathe,
Nasty.
the hours tick away, the cells tick away. The watchmaker's time up his sleeve. Oh, the hours tick away, they tick away, yeah. The measure of a life is a measure of love and respect. So hard to run, so easily burned. In the fullness of time, our garden could nurture and protect. Treasure of a life is a measure of love and respect. The way you live, the gifts out you give. In the fullness of time, it's the only return that you expect. A future disappears into memory, with only a moment between. Forever dwells in that moment. Hope is what remains to be seen. moment. Hope is what remains to be seen.
What the heck? Pure talent. Pure talent. Look at Geddy's foot. What's he doing on the pedal board? Sounds good, this. Sick. That's my best one. That was my best one. Had some nice. You know what I mean? That occurring riff towards the end, very nice. Best one up to now from their songs. I forgot to even react. God damn! Hate it when that happens, guys. I get sucked in. Cripes. That I like a reoccurring riff that happens towards do you know, the outro of a song, when a song's ending and there's something going on, and it was just. What am I playing? So that was nice. A reoccurring riff that continues throughout. Good stuff. I was tripping. I didn't know. It's someone said he's got a piezo bridge on his guitar and a simulate of an acoustic sound, and you can bend it with the electric. What? I need to have a look at what is really going on in this world, because I want to make my band, my duo, as big as it can possibly be. And a drum pedal it's a difficult thing to use, a drum pedal, guys, because it kind of knocks you off. Like, it's uncomfortable to keep tapping your foot, and you can't then click on other pedals to make my guitar sound different or whatnot. I hate to say it, but I might have to get some sort of loop pedal on stage where I can simulate the sound of a kick drum and then go from there. Geddy Lee's family were refugees from World War II. I need to get an acoustic bass badly. In it, Kyle. I want an acoustic bass as well. Listen, it's a difficult world out here. There's so many. I want a flamenco guitar. I also want a resonator, which like what Mark Knopfler uses at the beginning of Romeo and Juliet. But I want a Spanish flamenco guitar from what he uses at the end of Private Investigations. It's too many things. You know, Joe, there are two types of people in this world. There are those who are Rush fans, and there are those who don't know they're Rush fans yet. In it. Pure talent. Same with Tool. Tool. I've heard of Tool. They were pretty big, weren't they, in the early 2000s, was it? But look, guys. I don't want to keep you any longer because it's been 2 hours. Is that how long it's been? I don't want to... don't know. I feel like I could stay here, but then I don't want to bore you. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thank you very much for everyone tuning in. You're all legends. Anyone who's watching right now, if you haven't already yet, subscribe to my band RAYGO Bloom, because we have got a song coming out very, very soon. And I can't wait for you all to see it because it's pretty cool. I'm intrigued to see what your guys' thoughts are. But yeah, it's RAYGO Bloom. Links in the description on all my videos. Thank you all for watching. You're all a bunch of legends, honestly. I'll be back very soon. From now on, every Thursday I'm going live. I said that. I went live on Thursday. It was chaotic. But either way, every Thursday you can catch me 7 p.m. UK time. So do what you will with that information. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. Peace out. Have a great evening.